I have a problem wrapped inside a question surrounded by an enigma. I'm not quite sure how the quote goes, but it's one of those. First of all, I have to thank FM Stinger for help with the Tato skin, the two columns that kept popping up. Apparently, you just have to click the score line in order for it to go away. I did not know that. Glasses just make me look smart, I swear. So, between the recording issues and the assorted PibCac errors I've been having off and on for the better part of 2 weeks, it makes complete and total sense. But we had our youth intake. And here is my conundrum. Carlos Gabriel, 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. And he is this good already. How good is he? Boban Tisevsky, who is going to Slavia for 1.5 million because I couldn't get him re-signed and they loaned him back to us this season, is in the blue. Carlos Gabriel is the green. He's 15 years old. But, as you may have noticed, he is Brazilian. And I don't mean Brazilian North Macedonian. I mean flat out Brazilian. It says 2,920 days to get North Macedonian citizenship. So if we, you know what, we'll pull out the handy calculator on the cell phone here. 920 divided by 365. That's 8 years. He has 1,370. Oh, he has 1,547 days left. So 1,547 divided by 365 is another 4.2 years. He will be 19 if and when he gets North Macedonian citizenship. I am reasonably sure I can play him on the under 18 squad. I can't play him on the senior squad. I'm almost positive I can't. I mean, if I go to, I don't believe it's a league rule. Match squad must have no more than 8 foreign players. The no foreign players is a Vardar thing. So what I'm going to do, and we'll take a look at the other guys here in just a minute. So what I'm going to do is sign him to the biggest, longest, most expensive contract I can. Because if he's this good now at 15, he's got world-class potential. He has to have world-class potential. He's got to be easily 150 PA. Okay, so we got 3 years plus 2 years optional contract extension. So now the thing is, we have to just keep an eye on him and make sure no teams come after him. If he does get North Macedonian citizenship when he's 19, the next problem is how long is he going to be a part of the club? Because if he's as good as I think he is, he's going to want to go to a bigger squad. I mean, we're a big squad. We are a big fish in a small pond, and it's not getting any bigger. We're doing well, but a player like this, he's not going to be happy with Euro Cup 2 appearances. So this was our youth intake. I about fell out of the show when I saw him as Brazilian. I mean, I've expanded the scouting range, but Brazil? So Bojan Amanovic is a winger, 1.5-star current potential, 5-star potential. The jumping reach and strength are a bit on the low side. Mentally, he's got some weaknesses. Technically, the 10 crossing, 10 dribbling is already nice. The 13 technique isn't bad. The 5 passing needs some work on. But he is definitely a keeper, and that is what we're going to do. We already looked at Carlos. Damjan Georgievsky. Sign him real quick. We'll take a look at him. He is a goalkeeper. 1-star current ability. 3.5-star potential ability. Physically, he's got some interesting traits. Goalkeeping-wise, he's okay. He's better than some of the guys I let go out on loan. Kosta Milevsky is a midfielder, 1-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. Physically, he's a wreck. I don't know what else to say. Mentally, the 18 aggression is interesting. 10 decision making is not bad. 12 determination is nice. 11 teamwork, 10 vision. Fairly loyal, level-headed, media handling. Technically, the 15 first touch and 15 passing is great. He's got some potential if his physicals come up. So we'll go ahead and sign him real quick. Gotta remember he's on a 2-year deal. Zoran Georgiev, 1.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential ability, another midfielder. 14 first touch, 16 passing. Physically, he's already leaps and bounds ahead of the guy we just looked at. Totally sign him to a contract. And then Leonid Papuli, defensive left back. Physically, the 5 strength, they're all young. I mean, they're not going to be physical specimens unless they're freaks of nature. Mentally, the 3 determination is a bit of a bummer. Unambitious, yeah, I can see that, especially with the 3 determination. Technically, he's got some interesting skills. They can get better. I think if we get him into the right mentorship group, he can definitely improve there. So it seems there's one player every save a manager tends to fall in love with or become enamored with or just whatever. But yeah, he is that. He is that player for this save. And I can very easily play him as a defensive mid, no problem. Carlos Gabriel Escarbajal dos Santos. You're counting the days down until he is a North Macedonian citizen, if he becomes a North Macedonian citizen. So we got Belaska coming up in the Cup semifinals. We'll get to those games here in a minute. We're actually playing them in the league here in a day or two, on the 12th, tomorrow actually. So we'll come back with those in just a bit. I keep forgetting in March, there's always international duty, so the game gets pushed back. I don't have to push it back, but I have like 17 players on both squads in total going out on international duty, so it's worth it to push it back. And 9 times out of, well, every time they've agreed. We drew up Belaska. This was a game. I thought we won it because Amir Muradi scored in the 94th minute on a penalty kick, and then on the ensuing kickoff, they got a goal in the 95th minute from Bojan Kolevsky. So, thank you, FM gods. We beat Silex 5-0. Bozanovsky a goal, Dimitrov a goal, Novevsky a brace of goals, Tasevsky a goal. We're playing Belaska today. We're going to skip Bregelnica and play Belaska again, and then probably just go to the end of the season. George found something. I don't know what. He found his food bowl. That's what he found as I am clicking all over the place. This is the squad we're starting today. Grosnowski in goal, Tasevsky, Vaj, Bozanovsky, and Stamkov as the defensive back 4. Pandev and Tasevsky as the midfielders. Abaz and Novevsky as the antagonists. Dimitrov and Tasevsky up top as the strikers. Pandev wants to be a ball-winning defender, though, or box-to-box. So that's what I'm going to put him on, is box-to-box. Support. Tasevsky can be my deep line playmaker. Who do we have on the bench? You know what? I'm going to bring Charbonnis on just to get him some playing time if I can. Todorov's in good form. Why is he not starting? With this many good midfielders, I may have to come up with a 3 midfielder formation. Okay, we're giving some players a rest. I'm okay with that. Still a good squad. Playing at Belaska first. So yeah, I didn't realize when this pops up like this, you just click the scoreline and they go away. It's way too obvious now that I think about it. I don't know why on earth I was panicked about it before. Oh, the header goes wide. Vaj is going to run down the carom. Gets it back to Tasevsky, to Pandev. Backheel pass to Abaz. Abaz drops off to Pandev, up to Novevsky. Holds it up, back to Stamkov. Stamkov to Tasevsky. Centers it to Pandev. Wow. A rocket of a shot, 6 inches off the ground. Screams into the left corner of the goal. That was nice. Some nice ball movement. I do like that radar map they have there. Jankulovsky from outside. Grosdinowski holds it. Rolls out to Vaj. Grosdinowski bangs it long. Kanger's going to pick it up for Balasica. He goes the other way to Ilyev. It's knocked down, though. Baz to Tasevsky. Pandev. Back to Bozanovsky. Tasevsky. Long pass up the field to Stamkov. Stamkov hits the post, and Vardar just bangs it out of bounds. The angle wasn't the best, but he could have scored from there. Abaz. That is not my corner routine. Why is my corner routine not going? Oh, Vaj takes a risk. Next break, I'm going to have to pause it, fix my corners. Stamkov to Bozanovsky, to Sevsky, to Pandev. Pandev gives the ball away. Kolevsky. Grosdinowski gets enough on it just to push it wide left. Wide right. His left. Jankulovsky kicks it outside the box, and that's the highlight. I'm going to fix my corners. Back in just a second here. That was interesting. Vaj got it back to Grosdinowski. He just banks it forward. Dimitrov doesn't exactly win the header, but he prevents the other player from winning it. Oh, Tasevsky can't get a handle on it. It's knocked away, and that's the highlight. Spasov. Stoikov to Nikolovsky. Jankulovsky. Stoikov gets it to Kolevsky. Kolevsky back to Kangara. Jankulovsky. Angov. Kolevsky out to Ilyev. Ilyev crosses it in. Kolevsky's there, but it hits the crossbar and goes over. That is halftime with a 1-0 lead thanks to a Pandev goal in the 4th minute. 9 shots, 4 on target. They're 8 and 3. We could be doing better. Tell the guys that. Stankov bombs it forward. Angov chests it down. Back to Ilyev. Ilyev to Stanic. Angov to Ilyev. Ilyev to Stankov. To Stanic. To Ilyev. He weaves in and out. Drops it off to Stankov. To Stanic. Abaz steals the ball from him. He said, I'm tired of this. He's going to run off the field himself. Holds it up. Passes it to Tasevsky. And Tasevsky scores. Was he onside? Looks like he was. The flag's down. No, he was offsides. Kolevsky and Grosdinowski punches the ball away. Headed away by Stanic. Stoikov. To Nikolovsky. To Stanic. Stoikov. Jankulovsky. To Vardar. To Angov. Ilyev. Breaks wide right. Tasevsky kicks it out of bounds. Is that a throw-in for them? It might be. Another highlight. Stanic. Vitor bangs it forward. Bozanovsky to Pandev. Centers it to Tasevsky up to Dimitrov. Back to Pandev. Tasevsky. Dimitrov. Abaz sitting between the defenders. Long shot. Hits it off the crossbar. That would have been a nice goal. We're about 60 minutes in. We're going to make a couple of changes here. First of which is we're going to change this to Vardar stats. I let Andonovsky go. Jordan Vaj picked up right where Andonovsky let off. So we're going to bring on Charlavas. And then we're going to get Babic on. And then we're going to get Tasevsky off and bring on Murati. Vardar. Babic to Nevesky. Oh, what? Now we're just all playing sloppy. Vardar. That was a unnecessary backheel pass like that, but it got the job done. Jankulovsky. Ilyev. He breaks wide. Holds it up, gives it back to Stankov. Jankulovsky to Ilyev. Ilyev again holds it up, crosses it in, goes through the box. No one can get a head on it. Stoyov sends it in, and Kolevsky sends it wide. Stoikov. Pendev knocks it away. Stoikov gets to it before anyone else can. Gets it to Stanic. Sekulic crosses it in. Klevsky's there, and they equalize. The way they were moving the ball around, you knew they were going to get a break sooner or later. We are going to leave with a one. Well, maybe not. Abbas sends it in. It's headed in by Charlabas. His first goal. It's been disallowed. That is mildly annoying. 19 shots, 9 on target, 3 clear-cut chances, a decent possession advantage. Better passing, better tackling. They were slightly better in the air. That is mildly annoying. So we got Bregalnica coming up. We're going to play them offline, and we will come back for the home game against Balasica. Both Tasevsky and Vaj are out of the next match because of too many yellow cards. Of course they are. We beat Bregalnica. Don't make double secret probation check. No, I'm just double checking that I'm actually recording. We beat Bregalnica 1-0. It wasn't the most exciting game. Babish went out injured. It was just a foot injury. Todorov missed a penalty kick. And then Tasevsky got the goal. The scary thing today is Carlos Gabriel's on the bench. My assistant said, hey, put him on the bench. I'm not putting a 15-year-old on the bench. He's not 3 stars. I like the kid, but no. The last thing I need is other teams snooping around before I'm ready to let him go. Because Lord knows, I am getting a freaking mint for this guy. We're going to put Charlubas on the bench, even though he's gassed. And I think one of the things we're going to have to check after this match here is the standings. Because I believe if we're far enough ahead, I can go into this rotation where I start more of my youth players and have a few more on the bench as well. Especially if some of the teams we're playing are not all that good. But first, we need to get past Balasica, which Stoyanov. Tosevsky misses. Nevesky. Oh, I set my corners up in the game last time. I didn't carry it over. I didn't notice it in the... Oh, what a goal. What a goal. I was not expecting that. I don't think anybody else was either. Some very nice one-touch passing up to Dmitriev. Nevesky brings it to Murati. He just turns around. Tasevsky feeds Dmitriev and just... The Balasica keeper neoed his way out of the ball. Otherwise, it probably would have taken his head off. How's get a Kangra kickoff highlight? This cannot be good. Spatsov just bombs it forward. Sekulic wins the ball. Stamkov picks it up, gets it back to Grostonovsky. He bombs it towards Nevesky. Nevesky heads it down to Dmitriev. Nevesky? Oh, he tries fitting it to Sevsky, but it gets knocked away. It is definitely the league thing because, seriously, this is a brand new install of FM and Dmitriev scores again. And if you'll notice right here, I have my cursor turned off, that guy right there walking up to the end of the box, his uniform is off. So it has to be the league download that's causing that. What is with these Rabona passes? I swear I've seen my guys do more Rabonas the past 2 years than I have the entirety of my 4-year career in FM. Hadzievsky knocks the ball away. Milushev runs it down. Todorovsky. Milushev loses the ball. Nevesky. He's got help, kind of, sort of. Nevesky. Still running. Still running. Passes it back to Stamkov. Stamkov to Nevesky. Murati takes the shot. He skies it. Klevsky to Todorovsky off the long kick from the keeper. Oh, Klevsky broke through, and he puts it away. That was a very nice goal. Oh, he was offsides. It was still a nice goal, even if he was offside. Well, it was a nice effort. Vaj bombs it forward. Tosevsky manages to head it down to Stoyanov. Back to Tosevsky. Murati. Tosevsky. Tosevsky to Stoyanov. Stoyanov crosses it. Indovevsky's there, but Spasov, a nice save. Spasov just bangs it forward. Loses the ball. Dimitrov and Murati are playing some back and forth. Murati bangs it forward for Nevevsky, but he can't get there in time. Spasov again. Bombs it forward again. Angov goes up for the header. Bozanovsky gets it, but it goes to Klevsky to Sekulic, and he pushes it wide right, just barely. We're only 20 minutes in. Bozanovsky wins the header. Jankelov to Tosevsky. Stoyanov. Back to Tosevsky. Oh, the ball is intercepted, but it goes back to us. Stoyanov holds it up, gets it to Jankelov. Jankelov, Tosevsky. Jankelov, Tosevsky feeds Stoyanov. Stoyanov feeds Tosevsky. Spasov gets just enough on it to push it wide. Stoyanov. Stanic. And Nevevsky fouls him. Is he off? He's off for the final. Bozanovsky up to Jankelov. Tosevsky. Stoyanov. Jankelov. Tosevsky. Murati up to Dimitrov. Some very nice passing. El Milishev steps in front of that, but it goes right to Vaj. Stamkov. Nevevsky. On the left side. Centers it to Murati. Up to Dimitrov. Back to Stamkov. To Murati. Dimitrov feeds Stamkov. He was breaking on the left, but he instead got it back to the center. Murati pushed it up, and it bounces off Spasov. A desperation save, but it worked. Now, Stamkov got a head on it, but was going the wrong... Why is Bozanovsky? Bozanovsky to Vaj. Back to Grozdanovsky. He route ones it down toward Dimitrov. Kangra, however, gets a head on it, gets it to Hadzievsky. Stanek. Milishev. Up to Angov. Back to Milishev. Klevsky is there, but Grozdanovsky makes a nice save. It was a good cross. Grozdanovsky holding it up. Rolls it out to Bozanovsky. Back to Grozdanovsky. He gets it towards Tosevsky. Murati. Out towards Nevevsky. He holds it up. Oh, Dimitrov couldn't get a handle on it. Nevevsky's there. Stoyanov's there, but he heads it over the crossbar. We're only 38 minutes into this match. Wow. Tosevsky from distance. Spasov, a very nice save. Milishev on the throw-in for Vlasica. Sekulic can't get a hand on it. Tosevsky should get there. He does. Pushing the ball up the field, gives the ball away to Nikolevsky. Hadzievsky. Back to Stanic. Kolevsky was sitting between the defenders, but Bozanovsky steals it from him. Murati to Tosevsky. Tosevsky, Dimitrov, he got behind the defenders. 1-1 with the keeper, and he puts it away. His 16th goal of the season. We don't have any breakout scores this season, but we've got a lot of guys in double digits, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Very nice by Dimitrov. And that is finally halftime. Dimitrov, a hat trick's worth of goals. Gives us the 3-0 lead. Stankov on the throw-in. Angov gets over to Milishev. He goes to Stankov. He breaks right, crosses it in. Sekulic is there, but it's a weak header. Grozdanovsky has no problem stopping it. Grozdanovsky holding onto the ball, walking it forward. Rolls it out to Vaj. Vaj gets it to Murati. Tosevsky in the middle of the field to Dimitrov. Got by the defenders again, 1-on-1. And Spasov, a very nice save. Stoyanov. Bozanovsky can't get out on it. You know, we're just shy of 60 minutes. We're going to make some changes. We're going to get Bozanovsky off and bring on Charlabus. We're going to get Tosevsky off and bring on Davidovsky. We're going to get Nevevsky off and bring on Pandev. Grosdanoski. Trolabas. Grosdanoski banks it forward. Stoyanov got by the defenders. He's one-on-one, and he puts it away. Spasov got a hand on it, but it wasn't enough. That's Stoyanov's second goal of the season. Watch this. Grosdanoski just bombs it forward. Stoyanov got by the defender. Nice first touch. Then just left foots it past the keeper. You know, this crowd is just absolutely sickening. Vaj to Davidovsky. Back to Vaj. He turns around and gives it back to Trolabas. Up to Jankelov. Stoyanov. Back to Davidovsky. He gives the ball away. Nikolevsky touches it up to... excuse me. Well, Kolevsky, one-on-one with Grosdanoski, and he hits the post. Jankelov clears it. Luckily, it didn't bounce off the other player who was there and go in. Davidovsky. And that's the highlight. I should probably edit that out. Stankov to Murati. Murati feeds Dimitrov. Dimitrov, what the heck was that? The defender just ran towards him and ran away. That was a poor effort by Dimitrov, if we're being honest. Can we keep the clean sheet? Sekulic. Over to Randolph Jankulovsky. Defenders are nowhere to be found. Sekulic to Milishev, top of the box. Oh, he's fouled. He's fouled. Are you kidding me? I had to say, can we keep the clean sheet? Come on, Grosdanoski. Oh, he guessed right, but he went too late. And we lose the clean sheet. Nikolovsky to Kolevsky. Pandev intercepts that, gets to Dimitrov. Dimitrov out to Stoyanov, all alone on the right. One-on-one with Spasov yet again. Crosses it. Ilyev steps in front of it. Trolabas wins the header, gets to Murati, back to Stoyanov. Stoyanov centers it to Tasevsky, and Tasevsky scores, putting it away. Part of me wonders if Stoyanov just has... The Yips is wrong. He just doesn't have the temperament to be a goal scorer. Maybe he's more comfortable being an assist maker. That's what I'm trying to say. Scoring isn't his forte. If given the choice between attempting a low percentage score or a high percentage assist, he's going to go with a high percentage assist. And with a 6-2 aggregate victory, we beat Belaska in the semifinals. Do we know who we're playing? Okay. Is Novevsky out? Is Bozevsky out? We are playing Skopje in the Cup final. So that's what we're going to come back for. Just Skopje, then we'll do an end-of-season review. For the moment, we are dominating the league. We're 15 points ahead of Tikves. So what I will also do these last few games is, as I click the wrong thing yet again, is play a lot of the youngsters here. Carlos may actually get a couple of starts as well. It depends on if I can even start him. He's an under 60, he's an under 21 player, so chances are, yes. I don't know where the screen is, but I know there's a screen that will show you like the rules for the club as well. It's not club info. Our exceptional youth recruitment coming through. So, an interesting episode. The youth intake was absolutely phenomenal. I about fell on my chair when I saw Carlos. So, you know, every once in a while, the FM gods smile at you, and then they say, we're going to give you a Brazilian player in North Macedonia. So yeah. I'm still on over the Lille games, too. That's just annoying. We'll get over it. We're getting better. We're moving on. We'll get the youngsters some playing time. We'll go into Skopje. We'll kick their butts, win the cup, and then look forward to the Champions League next year and seeing how far we get. So we'll be back with our match against Skopje next episode. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer as best I can. My name is FM22. I thank you for watching.